Yeah, man. So, my final thought, my final analysis of the corporate assassination lecture, it is most important to understand that corporate assassination is also culture assassination. Corporate assassination is culture assassination. You know what I'm saying? And that's why when I was talking about, black people having a, well, and not just black people, but us being the staple and the main example and the beacon light of everything, and I'm saying that's why I use black and white. So don't excuse me, but understand why I speak in such terms, and I always address black and white people. You know what I'm saying? Because shit, we're the people who've been here the longest now. You know what I'm saying? This is originally our issue to deal with and put in front of us. So, please, for any sensitive viewers that watch my videos, you know what I'm saying, and would attempt to call me racist, like I said just a few minutes ago, in the previous parts, there can never be no such thing as a black person being racist, man. Just by us simply speaking on the issue and saying how we feel about white people this, white people that, first of all, understand the mind control and what you have done, through TV, through media, and through history books, to why you can't even sit and you can't even intake and consume me saying white people this, white people that, what's going on with white people, before it being a short moment before you end up calling me racist. Understand that all of that is a program that you're under, to where you can't even, it's not even conducive when people say white people, when other people of other ethnic backgrounds address white people. You know what I'm saying? Understand that is a mind control thing, and that is ultimately something that has happened through history books and the media and all that. Because it's very interesting. It's very interesting that, that all through media, that you can see white people always addressing everybody else's issues. Oh yeah, the Mexicans this, the blacks here, talking about, the Asians here, the Chinese, or what's going on here and there, the Muslims here, but they never talk about themselves. White people don't even really discuss their own issues generally, and it's a real whole reverse technique of affirmative action. You know what I'm saying? It's really a reverse affirmative action technique, to why you're not even used to hearing the term white people. And I think that's very interesting how you can address everybody's situation. The Mexicans, doing this, the Mexicans going through this, the blacks going through this, the Muslims going through this, the Arabs going through this, but when it comes to white people, you never heard the term white people in the media, nor neither in your history books. You know what I'm saying? Whenever it comes to white people in the history books, it's always, the British, or the French, the Northerners, the Southerners, the Confederacy, the Union, but they never just say white people, so therefore, when you come out, and we say white people get all, easily offended, and they're so fucking emotional and sensitive about the shit, just based upon words, you know what I'm saying? They try to call that racism, when in actuality, this is the blasphemy about the whole thing, because to call someone racist just based upon what they were saying, or just based upon some issue that they may be acknowledging or putting the spotlight on at that moment, to call someone racist based upon based on that kind of critique and psychology, that is really the whole backwardness to the situation. Because it's like I was telling one of my friends not too long ago, like, damn, I really do wish that racism was just a conversation back in the fucking day. I really do wish that the first white man just called a black man a nigger and went on about his business. You know what I'm saying? I really wish the first white person, the first white people just called niggas niggas and went on about their business. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't what happened. You know, um, racism is ultimately a power structure, a power relationship, and white people have never experienced racism. For all white people that are watching this right now, I can prove that you've never experienced racism. If you've ever had a black person or an African to affect any opportunity or anything in your life, affect anything that goes on with your life, then let me know. You know, but I can find you millions and hundreds of millions of black people who have been affected by white people. Whether overtly, covertly, you know, um, right in their face or not. Indirectly or directly. You know, yeah. So that's what racism is. Racism is something that affects your life, the whole base and foundation of your life, and for the most part, white people have never ever experienced racism. Maybe classism, yeah, classism and placism, know your place type shit, yeah. Let me understand some about classism and placism, but racism, not at all, not at all. So I'm gonna say, corporate assassination is culture assassination, man. Corporate assassination is culture assassination. And, you know, this is it. And this is why. And this is how everything has come about. There are many other forms of corporate assassination. I mean, through the music. Music is a form of corporate assassination now. You know, all of it. All of it. So, like I say, man, these are just the final thoughts that I really wanted to add on and splash in. Because, truth be told, I was wrong. I mean, I ain't gonna say I was wrong, but I missed the fact that, truth be told, that there are now in 2013 that there are more blacks, there are more Africans holding each other down, and the racism is happening between us holding each other down. You know what I'm saying? I mean, of course, it's bred into the system, but now you have worser black police. The real terrible police are the black ones. You know, and those are the ones that are really going hard for the establishment now. And it's all based on fear. It's all based on fear, and it's the advanced level of slavery. Like I say, it's all based on fear. It's not even necessarily that all whites are fucked up or no bullshit like that. It's really a systematic thing. Most of the people that really work for the system and buy into the American psychology and the Western way of things and the Fox News, CNN perspective. These are the mainstream European Americans. The mainstream people are the ones that are really fucked up. And like I say, it's all based on fear. It's all based on fear for white and blacks. Because this is how this came to be. Back in the day, if a white person or if a great person, if a real person, just say that, knew that slavery shit was wrong, and they tried to help, a young black man or woman, they would get outcasted. You're a nigger lover. Some shit like that. Fucking nigger lover. You were totally outcasted by your family, by your people, and all that. You know what I'm saying? If a white person helped a black person try to read, they would kill them. And even through things like Kennedy and Abraham Lincoln, white people were shocked and feared into not helping and becoming helpless onlookers to continuous crime in America. You know what I'm saying? The same thing has happened to black people. Through Martin Luther King, the Medgar Evers, the Malcolm X. This has shocked us and had us in a state of paralysis, of spiritual paralysis, where we have too become helpless onlookers of continuous crime in America. And that's what's really going on, and that is the key. Trayvon Martin, that is just the epitome. That is just the epitome, and that's the pinnacle of everything that we have known about this country, and everything that we have been denied about, and everything that we have let slide. And ever since those days, this country has sat by, and we have witnessed continuous crime, and we know it. We have witnessed continuous illegal, treasonous things going by our government. We've seen murderers get let free, and we've seen free people be locked up for 30, 50 years. Even still now, you have innocent people that are in jail right now. You know what I'm saying? So this is the state that we're at, and this is why ultimately God has no pity on this place. And whatever comes to America, America has brought it on itself, and we have brought on ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Because we have let fear stand in the way of God's will, and stand in the way of our divine duty to establish righteousness on this planet. We have a duty that goes beyond the physical. You understand? We have a duty that goes beyond earthly ambitions. And we all have a duty to each other. And that's the bottom line to this thing. So it's not about, like I always say, man, it's not about racism. It's not about none of that shit. It's just about thoroughly analyzing the situation. Because you can't put anything behind you until you put it in front of you and thoroughly dealt with it. You know what I'm saying? You can't put anything behind you until you put it in front of you and thoroughly deal with it, and then we can get over the hump, man. And this is everything that we need to do, to fully understand the psychology of now, the total psychology of society now, and its historical and relative impact to today.